Today we play against Manchester United in both legs of the Champions League semi-final. Apparently we need to win the Champions League to get into the Club World Cup, so this has become even more important that we win the Champions League early on in the save. Hey guys, and welcome back to the 12th episode of the FM21 Real Madrid Save, where today we are facing Manchester United in 2 games in the Champions League semi-final, as promised in the intro. And I have realised I should have put a lot more thought into this. I really don't understand how the whole Club World Cup works. Like, I don't get it. Is there one next year? Is there not one next year? Same with the... I realised that we need to get into that European Super Cup thing as well, and you need to win the Champions League. It's basically, I'm just trying to win every single competition that we're in, and we've been doing all right so far, apart from the Supercopa. Still emotional about that. We have been winning just about every single game we've been involved in, so we're doing well, and I'm hoping that we can come away with a win in the first league to take us with some away goals into the second league at home. But before we jump into that, you already know what I'm going to say. Make sure to like this video. If you are enjoying the series so far, please, can we get 8 likes on today's episode? That would be insane. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. We would love to hit 1,000 subscribers by some point at the end, near the end of this year. That's a big ambition, but, you know, every single subscriber counts, so I would really appreciate it if you do click that button. But without any further ado, we are going to take a look at what's happened since last time out. I just remembered that I should probably do that before we jump into the next game. But we managed to win 4-0 away from home against Celta Vigo, then a 0-0 draw at home against Athletic Bilbao, and that is slightly concerning. I would also like to point out that Athletic Bilbao, I always thought it was Atletico. I think I played against them the other day on camera and called them Atletico, so apologies to Athletic Bilbao fans. There's too many Atletico, Athletic. That's not a thing, is it? It's really not a thing. But now we're going to be able to jump into this Manchester United game. I know how to pronounce that. I'm certain I'm not saying Manchester wrong. I'm pretty certain. I'd like to actually clarify that. And this is a squad that we are going with full strength. Absolutely full strength. We've got Benzema, Odegaard, Dybala, Depay. We're going to go into a balanced mentality, actually. Modric, Casemiro, Carvajal, Ramos, Varane, Mendy, and Courtois in between the sticks, with a bunch of players that are hungry to get any sort of appearances off the bench. Unfortunately, Hazard is injured at the moment. I can't remember if he was last time. He gets injured all the time, so it's no big shot. We've got Depay on that left-hand side, who has been very arguably better than him this season. I would say he has been a wee bit better, but it's time to see who is in this Manchester United squad that we're versing. I remember when we took a look at it at the end of last episode, we didn't think it was insane. And as I'm looking at it again, I don't want to jinx it, but it doesn't look insane. So if you compare it to our squad, I feel like we've got a big edge here, but I'm not going to go too on about how we're going to beat them 20-0, because it's easily going to bite me in the butt if I do continue going on about that. But we have a free kick early on, and it is Dybala to step over it, and he kills it. Dybala, you've hit so many good free kicks this season. Why against Manchester United have you decided to hit that? Like, there's no difference between a free kick against Manchester United or against Getafe. Like, it's the same thing, mate. Get it on target. Come on. Half of half time. That's not what I was trying to say at all. Half of the first half has already gone by, and in the time that it took for me to correct myself on that saying, it's not even saying, is it? Of what I was going to say, I'm still just talking about how I mispronounced it, and the half is over. One opportunity that entire half, and 90% of it was me not knowing how to speak English. So it was a successful half, if I do say so myself. Dybala trying to get past, and he does. And this is our second opportunity of the day. Dybala's on the ball, plays it into Memphis Depay, and he's hit the post. And if that killed into the bottom corner, that would have given us a huge advantage going into that second leg. However, it hasn't found the back of the net, but we definitely look like the more promising side based off the chances, based off the statistics. Varane is absolutely knackered. I don't know what's happened to him, but he's definitely going to have to come off for the last 30 minutes. I was terrible at maths there for a second, and I've also got the wrong player substituted. We're also going to bring off... I feel like another substitution is in order. We're going to bring Toni Kroos on for Luka Modric to hopefully get some better creative outlet into that attacking third to give us some great opportunities and hopefully get the goal that is going to give us an advantage, a huge advantage going into the second leg. 15 minutes ago, I tell you what, Manchester United would definitely take a 0-0 draw at this point, and we're seeing a few tired legs up top, and my substitution is going to be Isco with that experience. Depay's going to go to an attacking mentality, and let's give this a crack. Let's try and get this goal in the last few minutes. Are we going to see a highlight, or is it going to be a bland 0-0 draw and watch everything go the game at home? It is going to be a 0-0 draw, and everything is... Oh, I've spoken too soon. I went way ahead of myself. Can we score here to give ourselves an opportunity to get that advantage before the game at home? Kroos to swing it in. Dybala hits the crossbar, and that is game, set, and match. Surely it's 0-0. And it does mean that everything goes onto the game at our home stadium. You would definitely back us. But a draw, if there's any sorts of goals scored, a draw does mean that they go through on away goals. So we need to make sure that we're on our A game. We're actually finishing our chances. We had much more shots than Manchester United there. We clearly are the better side. Hopefully home advantage will do us enough good to get ourselves through to the next stage of the Champions League, the final of the Champions League, I should say. And we're going to have to play this game off camera, so just give me a minute to do that. It all rides on this. To get into the Champions League final, we need to win this game. Not draw. Well, 0 would be alright, but we need to win to secure it. We have managed to get a win in the last game, 5-0, and this man, Jovic, has managed to get a hat-trick within 15 minutes. He's starting this game, and we're also using a positive mentality today. Hazard's back into the lineup. We have an amazing squad out there today. Taking a look at the Manchester 11 in just a second, I'm sure we'll see that we have the edge on them. We played much better in the first leg than they did, and we just need to score some goals in the second one. Jovic has scored 3 in the last game. I know he can score goals. Let's come away with this win. Let's move into the Champions League final. I believe the other spot has already been confirmed. I didn't actually check who it's going to be. Either Liverpool or Juventus it was. But we need to focus on our game either way. Martial, Mata, Rashford, Greenwood. Not an incredibly amazing squad, but still a squad that we need to respect. Let's jump into it. Let's get an early goal. Let's settle some nerves. And the throw into Manchester United is the first opportunity of the game. But we do get it straight back. Sergio Ramos out to Carvajal into Dybala, who's playing on that right-hand side. Tries to play a very ambitious ball forward to Luka Jovic, but doesn't find him. But he gets a second bite at the cherry, and this time he's going on a run. Dribbles past no one really, but it's come back through to him, and he somehow managed to squeeze it into the back of the net. I've roasted him for not trying to dribble past people, but if you're doing 1-2s like that, you don't need to dribble. You just need the intelligence to run through that gap, and he's finished his dinner beautifully to put us 1-0 up early on in this match, which is exactly what we wanted. Great pass by Jovic. Not normally being the creative sort of outlet that we, would really enjoy in that situation. But I don't mind if he's going to be taking a step back to get some assists instead of scoring goals if it leads to that. But Greenwood has come straight back up the other side and scored. And now there is no chance of going anywhere into penalties, extra time. I mean, I've realised that it was confirmed that we weren't going to penalties or extra time when we scored, but they have hit straight back, and it's Greenwood, the right winger, to do it for them, and we have to score another goal now, because at this current point in time, Manchester United are going through on away goals, and I think that they know that. I'm certain they know that, actually, and I'm sure they'll be defending to accommodate for that change. However, it doesn't look like we're attacking very well in this second half of the first half. They seem to be the people that are having more shots, actually. We've only had 2, and we haven't added to that tally since we scored our first goal, but we have a chance on the ball right now. Dybala into Odegaard, back to Casemiro, back into Dybala to try and get a second, and he's done it. And that one has come down to him absolutely perfectly, and he has finished his dinner once again to put us 2-1 up on the day. And I think we're going to have to show a wee bit more respect to Manchester United this time. We've been lucky to go ahead. It was slightly against the run of play based off the recent shots, possession, all that sort of jazz. So I think we're going to dial it back, go onto a balanced mentality, and hope that we can continue to hold on to this league. lead and potentially even add to it to get ourselves into the Champions League final. Have I mentioned that that's what we're trying to get into? I'm happy with the performance so far. Let's not demotivate them too much. Hazard's not looking very fit, and we do need fresh legs completely throughout this game. So I think that Depay is going to look to be coming on soon, but he's just played a decent ball through to Jovic, and he's gone to the end of it. He's gone 2 shots there, but it's both gone straight at De Gea. As a nice attempt, it's a good run, but unfortunately not the finish that we needed, not the finishing touch that we needed. And 7 shots to our 5. It does look like Manchester United are probably a wee bit unlucky to be down in this game. However, if you take a look at it in a grand scheme of things, we definitely deserve to be winning this two-legged game. You know, two-legged game, it's not, no, you know what I'm trying to say. We did better in the first league, and now they're doing better in the second league. But overall, we did better, is what I'm trying to say. Courtois plays it up to Varane, into Casemiro, plays it over to Dybala, who's on a hat-trick right now, trying to pass it into Hazard, and he scored. And I've absolutely mugged off my commentary there. But Hazard has done enough, and I think that's going to be one of his last contributions to this game. And it could have been a crucial contribution. I'm not certain. I see Manchester United scoring 2 goals in 20 minutes here. It's a great finish. It's an assist for Dybala, and he's absolutely wrong-footed De Gea there. And we have another opportunity. Can we add to this tally? Can we secure it? Can we absolutely stamp ourselves into that Champions League final? Hazard into Odegaard, over to Mendy. He's going to surely whip in a ball. He does. Comes to Casemiro, but easily collected by De Gea. And I'm sure this highlight is not over. That was too comfortable for him. And it is still going on. Mendy has the ball once again. Playing it over to Casemiro. He's going to try a long ball. Not that long, but it was kind of long. Into Odegaard. Back to Modric. We're passing it around with a lot of confidence right now. We're not losing it. It's nice. It's nice. Hazard, the man that I was mugging off, is doing quite well at this point in time. Mendy has it again. Back into Hazard once again. And he shoots and scores. And that has got to be game, set, and match. Hazard is now coming off. That's his final contribution to the game. He's done brilliantly. I'm not actually going to bring on Depay. I think I'm going to bring Asensio on. Play him as a winger on support. And you know what, we're going to bring Fernandinho on instead of Modric, just for a wee bit more defensive solidity. But 3 goals ahead at this point in time. I don't see us throwing this away. That's some brilliant link-up play between Mendy and Hazard. And it just goes to show those links that you get in Football Manager, yeah, they don't mean anything, because Hazard and Mendy do not have them. And to be honest, after that play, I think they probably deserve to have it at this point in time. We have 4 goals with an XG of 0.95 in this game. You have to feel a wee bit bad for Manchester United. They have played very well here away from home. But I think we've just done enough to get ourselves through. Jovic on the ball, and the chances aren't over yet. He's dribbled past all of the Manchester United defenders, now looking for a pass. Finds Asensio, and that is absolutely rubber-stamped it to put us into the Champions League final. And I have no idea who we're facing. All I know is it's either Juventus or Liverpool. If I could pick one, I think I'd want it to be Juventus. I want Dybala to score in that Champions League final against his former side and hopefully give us another piece of silverware in this save. 5 minutes to go. I don't care if there's no more opportunities. We've played out of our skin finishing-wise, and there is one last chance. Can Manchester United get a consolation goal? No, we hit it away, but Mandzukic is on it. Playing it back to Lindelof. They're trying to bang it forward, but he actually plays it back all the way to De Gea. Not exactly the decision I would have made personally if I was in your shoes, but hey, each to their own. They've headed it on to Van der Beek, and he's actually one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he's done enough to hit the post. I thought it was going in. I was actually preparing to say he's done enough to get them a consolation, but luckily for me, it has hit the post, and it looks like we're going all the way to the Champions League final. It's looked that way for quite some time. I'm not going to act like this is all of a sudden sealed because they've missed that opportunity. No, 5-1. It's been comfortable for a while. It hasn't been comfortable all of this game. But luckily our finishing boots, our shooting boots has been on, and we are now into the Champions League final in our first season in charge of the Real Madrid side. And it is Dybala that has put us into that final with his 2 goals, as well as Hazard, let's not forget him, Asensio with his finishing touch as well. And let's take a look at who we're facing. We are facing... Not sure yet, but we've qualified for the Club World Cup. Okay, no, that is actually like crucial in this series, because the Club World Championship is in I don't know. I don't know when the next one is, but we're in it. So that's positive. That's really good because it's one of the things that we need to get. But I'm more concerned about us playing against a side in the Champions League final, and it's between Liverpool and Juventus still. They clearly haven't played their game. When is it happening? We'll find out in just a second who we're versing. It's happening. It's happening tomorrow. We're going to simulate 4 together. Take a look at this, and hopefully, I mean, to be fair, they're both difficult sides, but hopefully not have. Yeah, I actually don't know where I'm going with this. Either way, it's going to be a hard game. Either way, we're going to be in the Champions League final, and either way, it is going to be an intense match. Let's take a look at who we're versing. Here it is, Juventus versus Liverpool. Surely just one click away, and we simulate forward. Who are we versing in the Champions League final? It normally doesn't take this long to simulate. It is Liverpool. With Juventus getting a red card in the last few minutes and Liverpool scoring in the last few minutes to put themselves through. And that is dramatic fashion if I've ever seen it. They're third in the Premier League right now. Juventus probably top. No, they're second in the Serie A. I don't know which side I would have preferred, actually. I did literally say that I'd prefer Juventus, but they're both difficult squads. We're playing in Turkey this year, and we're versing Liverpool. It is the second time. Is it the second time? Is it only the second time that they've versed each other in the Champions League final? All I know is they've versed each other in the Champions League final this time. Well, previously. Hopefully, we get the exact same result. Who's their goalkeeper again? They still got Karius in there? Is he? Nah, I think he's out on loan. Can they recall him and maybe play him for this game? That would be really helpful if he could have a similar showing. But there's going to be an intense game at the very end of the season. But for now, we have to focus back on the league. But let's all be honest here. We're going to win it. I'm going to simulate forward until the last 2 games of the season. And then we are going to wrap up the La Liga season, hopefully with the title. And then in a separate episode, we are going to wrap up the entire first season with the Champions League final. Make sure that you do subscribe to this channel so you don't miss that episode. Make sure that you like this video as well so you don't miss. Well, I don't know, liking actually doesn't mean you don't miss anything. It's just for personal gain, to be honest. So if you want to, go ahead and do that. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I will see you all later.